On top.
Hey everybody, Travis Van Winkle here, and I'm going to debunk AI. What is TBW best known for? He portrayed Trent DeMarco in both Transformers and Friday the 13th. I don't know what I'm best known for, that's not for me to decide, but that is true. I did play the same character in both films, but I was unaware of it at the time, and since the films have been out now for over a decade, that's become the lure. People don't know why, but yeah. A little known role in the final installment of the Sharknado franchise, The Last Sharknado. It's about time. The Last Sharknado. It's about time. That's a title. It says that I play a character named Gabriel. You know, I haven't done that, but I wouldn't do that also. My first acting role. It had he had a guest appearance on the beloved Disney Channel show That's So Raven in 2004, and that is correct. My first guest star spot ever. I was 21 years old. Every time Raven Simone and I would touch lips, we would have a psychic vision, and the episode is called Delta Vision. That was my very first guest star spot. His favorite role may be considered Cody from You, due to the character's complex mix of charm, arrogance, and vulnerability. So, partially true, the character's name was Carrie, not Cody. Is that my favorite role? I mean, it's pretty close because Carrie was a wild animal in the best way. But I will say my favorite role ever is probably Squad 85, which is a web series, and I play a cop from 1987, and I time travel to present to make drugs safe again for kids. And I've got a scar on my face, and I talk like this, and it's absolutely bananas. Look it up. What do I do for fun? He regularly practices yoga and often plays basketball in the mornings, considering it's the best way to start the day. AI, I think you're pretty close. I do yoga maybe once every other week. I play basketball as much as I can. So you're mostly right, and don't kill me in 20 years when you take over.
Like what kind of player are you?
Oh, the court. I kind of like a utility man on the court. I like to play everything. I've got a pretty good mid-range jumper. Love rebounding. I'm kind of a hustle player, and I've been working on my 3 games. So basketball's fun because I feel like sometimes I'm halfway decent. We're saying my name an awful lot, right? We're saying my name a lot. We don't need to say it. My favorite food has been described as, he is a picky eater with particular preferences. He reportedly dislikes mayonnaise. I don't know, AI. Maybe. I mean, I just had mayonnaise on my sushi right before I came here. I don't prefer mayonnaise. Am I a picky eater? I don't know. I feel like I like eating healthy things that makes me a picky. No, AI, off. I think you're wrong. What did you not know? But he secured 4th place in the 2008 Malibu Triathlon, outperforming Matthew McConaughey. That is true. Matthew McConaughey got 5th, and I got 4th. And so triathlon, swim, bike, run. So we're swimming in the ocean, the Pacific, waves are crazy, there's hundreds of people in the water, you get kicked in the face, you're kicking people in the face. I remember getting out of the water and running to my bike setup and seeing Matthew McConaughey's bike still there, and I realized I'm ahead of him. So for the rest of the 18 miles on the bike and then the 4-mile run, I just kept looking over my shoulder and thinking, my inner monologue was beat Matthew McConaughey, beat Matthew McConaughey. And I did, but no offense to him at all. I'd love to work with you tomorrow or whenever. Fubar is about the series. It follows Luke Bruner, played by Arnold Schwarzenegger, a CIA operative on the verge of retirement who discovers that his daughter Emma is also a CIA agent. Yeah, I mean, that's mostly correct, but you're forgetting all the other characters in the damn show. That's, you know, you're touching on it, so you're right. I play Alden, the handsome, thank you, CIA agent with a secret crush on Emma. Correct. most emotional moment was moment for all that comes when he starts to confront the reality of his strained relationship with his father and Luke Brunner. Luke Brunner is kind of like a father figure, but he's not my father in the show. So AI, you are 92% right. You can expect Alden, me, could further develop as a character, especially given the groundwork laid for his emotional vulnerabilities and potential growth in season 1. Yeah, I think, this season, my character, he learns how to love this season with an unexpected swine named Hamsteak. If you know, you know. In Fubar Season 2, the new threat is likely to be an international rival agency. I actually don't know. I didn't read the show. I just show up and just do my lines. That's it. I'm kidding. No, that's very wrong. Very wrong. False. That's the stupidest question ever. Yes. In Fubar Season 2, new characters are expected to include undercover operatives who infiltrate Nuke's team or rival organizations. Yes, that's exactly the plot. Maybe this should air after the show because that just gives away everything. Cut. Erase. Don't print that. Travis fondly recalls a moment when Arnold Schwarzenegger complimented his physique, saying, "You're ripped." I mean, I don't know if that's my favorite moment that happened on set, but that happened. So that was cool.
Is that like your inner child being like,
Yeah, I've watched Arnold since I was a kid. I've seen Pumping Iron 100 times, and I've always been the guy in the weight room that's just like sweating it, trying to get muscular. He was always kind of that physique that I was aiming for. I mean, everyone is aiming for. It's never been eclipsed. Answer. Travis discussed the rigorous physical preparation required for certain scenes, particularly those involving shirtless appearances. Sure, there's a lot of preparation for some shirtless scenes, but I would not say that was the most rigorous. I think there's the most rigorous scene. It's a raw AI. Wrong. I had to do an underwater stunt and hold my breath for just under a minute. Multiple times in a row. That was pretty intense. Fun fact, to prepare for his intense action scenes, Travis trained with the former Navy SEAL who also coached Arnold Schwarzenegger during his bodybuilding days. That's not true at all. But when I was on the last ship, a TNT show, an apocalyptic show where the world was ending, we were in the Navy, we had to find a cure and save the world because a plague had overtaken the whole planet. I did work and train with Navy SEALs every day. So AI is kind of accurate. You're just misplacing the information. Well, the movie that's listed here is a movie that I wasn't in. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, often considered one of my best roles. I didn't try out for it. I remember, I think there was one maybe after that I tried out for. I didn't try out for that one. But no, not 2003. Not that she was not to that. I actually think it was made after 2003.
there's been several Texas Chainsaw Massacre as sort of like repeat title.
One with Sophia Bush.
Yes.
I tried out for that one and didn't get it. But now, hi Sophia. Now I love Sophia and I'm friends with Sophia, so it all worked out in the end.
What would you say your best movie is?
Favorite or best?
Ooh, and that is two different questions. We'll go best.
Best. I don't know. I do think because there was such a pressure on us to revive the Friday the 13th franchise, I think we put a lot of our heart into that, and I really like how it turned out. And we broke box office records for a weekend. I think we made a lot of Friday the 13th fans proud. So I think that was a pretty good film. Nominated to Judgment Day. No, I don't think so. My favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is Kindergarten Cop, I would have to say. That and Total Recall, because as a young boy, you know, there was a woman that had free boobs, and that was just the coolest thing I've ever seen at the time. I don't know.
The most iconic? Jason Voorhees is the most iconic slasher villain. I'm going to say that's correct, AI. I have an allegiance to Jason Voorhees. So you are on the money.
I mean, that's kind of a strange question. I mean, I think if they said Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in Predator, like, different. I would not want to face him. But also, Jake Gyllenhaal is a monster in Roadhouse. So I'm gonna pass on both of those, and I'd rather face off against Steve Urkel. Is that Family Matters? Is it? Yep. Yeah. No offense to Steve Urkel, because he's actually probably really strong. So maybe I don't want to fight, guys. I'm a lover. I'm not a fighter. That wasn't AI. Had nothing to do with that last question. You just snuck that one in on us.
And then the answer we had was he'd probably rather fight Jake Gyllenhaal's character in Roadhouse than Arnold Schwarzenegger's character in Fubar.
I mean, true.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to fight Arnold, he said, you know.
And McGregor, probably
Distinguished older gentleman. You don't want to.
McGregor probably softened up Gyllenhaal beforehand, anyways.
So Connor got to talk with him when he was on set. He's huge and very scary. Yes, he's. I don't want to fight any of them, but Connor should come back to the UFC. If you want to fight again, Connor, we would pay to watch you.
Those are 20 questions. How would you say AI did today?
I say AI is pretty accurate, but I think AI is missing a lot of nuances, and I still think you're great, AI, and I still love you, and I wish you the best. Just don't take over the world. Thanks.